Okay, I'm going to get a little deep. First off, thank you for joining. What we're going to talk about right now is paid ads. Okay, this happens to be, in my personal opinion, one of the most gigantic opportunities. And frankly, if you reach out to us, this is the thing that if you do this with us, you basically get everything for free. Again, just reach out and give us a call and talk about it. But it's kind of obnoxious. If you've seen the offer that at least as we create this for you right now, the offer is obnoxious. You can get a free month of ads, and it's not gimmicky. It's just trying. It's weird. It's a mental game, right? It's a mental game that we want to encourage you to get over so you can win. Okay, this is so going to get a little deep, but you have a responsibility to yourself, don't you? I mean, I don't know. Like, what are we going to do? Like, if we just pretend that we can all acknowledge that there's a little bit of a problem going on, right? It's 2019, and I've mentioned this before, but I'm not the type of person that's going to want to hate on Zillow. That's just not my jam. Okay, what they've done is, if to me, if I'm hating on them, it's just because I'm sad and I'm unable to correctly manage my emotions about that they took away my cheese. So what I want to do is have that be motivating for you and say, I don't give a shit if Zillow has all this attention, because whatever they've done, what I'm about to show you, and I've shown you in other videos, I don't remember the name of it, but it's the one where we talk about where the attention is, where I think it was in Dallas. Or no, it was in Atlanta. That just the one word realtor in Dallas gets searched Atlanta gets searched 12 million times a year. One word. It's 1 million times a month, 12 million times a year for one word. And that word is your job. They're looking for you. So regardless of how Zillow is, to me, that's just a waste of time. Complaining about it's just a bad juju. So what I want to do is let that get a fire under you, right? Like, it's a problem if you let it be, okay? This isn't a solution. This is amazing. What you're about to look at is real stuff. And I just want you to get pumped up about it instead of saying, oh no, whatever. Kick that out the door and just listen and be attentive, because I promise you, I wouldn't waste my time or yours on this if I didn't actually think it would potentially add value to you. And if it's not a fit, whatever. We'll go on to the next thing. But take a look. It's awesome. So I'm going to move. Sorry. I'm going to move my head. But click down below. You can call us up, or we'll call you, or however it works. Set up a call and get on the phone with us and learn about this, because people are freaking crushing it with this right now, okay? But if you just sit around and say, oh, I'm good, or oh, I'm scared, or oh, I'm whatever, you don't think I'm scared making a whole bunch of videos for you, and you might think I'm some jackwagon? Big deal. I'm genuinely trying to help you, okay? And so let me help you. Just give us a call. It can't hurt you, can it? I don't think so. So, all right, now pay attention. Here we go. On the digital ad side, the first thing what we're going to talk about is what I was just blabbing about. These are called search ads, also called PPC, or search engine marketing, SEM. Okay, make this a little bit bigger. All right. So we have to decide on a traffic plan on the paid side. In our opinion, everyone should have a little bit, depending on your personality, the competition in your area, and all sorts of variables. You may have more than someone else, right? Your goals play into this and all sorts of stuff, right? But what we're going to talk about right now is just the introductory concept of what's going on the search side. So what is a pay-per-click ad? What is a search ad, first of all, right? Let's look. So I got my noggin in the wrong spot again. So I put in the search term Denver Realtor. Now, you go do this on your computer, and actually, more importantly, potentially do this on your phone, okay? Because in all of our data, and again, our dashboards are obnoxious, and we'll go through that as well, but in our data, all the traffic's on the phone. So go to your phone right now as you're doing this. Put in your town realtor, or maybe just put in realtor. See what comes up. These, with the little green box that say ad, are called PPC ads, search engine ads, SEM ads, search engine marketing. Okay, so the idea here is that someone is raising their hand, pulling out their phone, going, they're typing in whatever it is they type in, and then they hit enter. One thing that's happening a lot is that, see this little guy right here? If I hit this and talk, it'll search via voice. So it's changing a little bit, and it's pretty interesting to follow. So our particular ad team, they work with Alexa, which happens to be the biggest at this particular moment in terms of delivering this sort of search engine data. But nonetheless, I don't want to get on that right now. What I want to talk about is what a search engine ad is, a PPC ad. They're all the same thing, and I apologize for the 100 names, but that just is what it is. So I want to put that in your head, okay? So think about this. If someone types in if you're a realtor, which you are, and you're in Denver, which I don't know if you are, but wouldn't you want to show up right here if someone types in Denver realtor? Like, wouldn't that be someone that it makes sense? Let's drill this down even more. Let's say that after we talk to you, if you worked with us, this is what we would do. We'd find out if there's a specific neighborhood you want to be in, right? We'd figure out who you are and who your ideal customer is, okay? Your favorite customer, where are they at? So instead of putting in just Denver realtor, maybe a keyword, we could use this one as well. We could put in a keyword about Capitol Hill or Cap Hill realtor, okay? And let's see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've never done this before. Meaning this exact search. So I put in Cap Hill, Denver realtor, okay? Top Cap Hill realtors, Capitol Hill. So check this out. This team right here, who I don't know, by the way, is the only one that shows up as an ad that's not a national lead aggregator, okay? This is a lead aggregator. Obviously, Realtor.com is. And I don't know if you know this, but Google wants local people to be in their ads. Another point here is check this out. And Cap Hill is big time, okay? This isn't like some super micro niche whatever. Like the price point is really high. I'm guessing it's in the 6s, maybe up to 7. I don't know. It might even be more than that. It's very expensive, meaning that it could be lucrative for an agent, right? It's not tiny. I don't know exactly what the population is there, but there's more than enough room for more than one agent, okay? But here, check this out. There is one local person that has an ad there at this particular moment, all right? How interesting is that? That is very interesting to me. So there's a couple things going on. Number one is that Google would rather have locals, okay? Now, you could be a local and craft a terrible ad and not show up right here. That's possible. If you work with our ad team, the chances of you showing up on the top 4, very high. We'll talk about that in a second. But right now, there's only 3. So what that means is that local people aren't trying because these are national lead aggregators. They'd way rather have a local, right? Let's go down to the bottom. See what we got going on at the bottom. So at the bottom, there's also availability. I believe it's 3, but it might be 4 spots for ads at the bottom. So we have another person. So it looks like this might be a local. This is an investment advisor. And then we have, a brokerage. Okay, so we do have a couple more locals, but look at this. These are at the bottom of page 1. How many times do you go to the bottom of page 1 and click on an ad? Okay, the answer is pretty low, right? I looked at some data recently for PPC ads, and I believe that it was the top 2 positions, meaning number 1 and number 2, but it might have been number 3. Could have been all 4 for all I know. But it was something like 78%, or I don't know, of the clicks from the ad side, right? So let's do a quick tutorial on what a page 1 of Google is all about. Let's just do that, because maybe you don't even know what's going on. And I'm sorry if you don't. So here's what's going on, is that think of Google page 1 as real estate. That's the easiest example that I've tried to explain this to other folks that aren't in real estate. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever, it must be a real estate dude. Well, yeah, I am. But anyway, what's going on here is that Google reserves spots on this page, kind of like lots on a block maybe, right? So they up to 4 ads with a little box here at the top of the page. As you can see, there's only 3. There's potentially spot for 1 more ad. Okay, now I'm doing desktop view. If you're on your phone, it looks a little bit different, but the idea is that it's the same in terms of that there's 4 spots. Now, what's interesting is if you're on a phone, okay, pull it out right now, boom, everyone's on them. Number 1 and number 2 usually take up the whole first screen, right? So you have to scroll a little bit to even see 2, 3, and 4 potentially, right? Do it right now if you'd like. I'd highly encourage you to do it actually. So being in the top spots is more powerful now than it ever has been in terms of that everyone's on their phone. Okay, so if you want the attention of this person, if you want to be the Cap Hill Denver realtor master of disaster, doesn't it make sense to be right there? Remember, within a 20-mile radius, and again, you can go back to that video if you want, but in Denver, of a 20-mile radius, I believe it was of Cap Hill, and granted it's a 20-mile radius, but it's big, 387,000 people per month type in the word realtor. You think, can you get 1 or 2 or 3 more deals a month off that? I don't know, you tell me, okay? To me, this is just the fact that I actually have to have a conversation with people about, I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything, just so you know, but the fact that I find myself trying to from time to time is kind of insane. Like, just listen to what I said a second ago. 387,000 people in 1 month search the word realtor within a 20-mile radius of, it's downtown Denver somewhere. I tried to put it somewhere central. I don't know the exact zip code. Okay. That is silly. If you wanted to do 500 more transaction next year, 500 more, which is nuts. That's irrational, right? Like, what? No one does that. Do you think you could get it out of 387,000 per month? What's the math on that? I don't know what the math is. It's a lot though. It's 5 million, no, 3 point something million, no, 4 million something a year. If you wanted 500 transactions, do you think this would be a decent spot to go look? I'm not saying you'd get 500. What I'm saying is that if you even had a goal that was that insane, do you think that that would be a place that you might want to go? It's a consideration, right? Okay, so let's go on our little Google page tour. So then below that, we start what are called organics. We have, again, 4 paid at the top. Right now we only have 3, which means there's a spot open. And then we have organic, okay? And then we have a map feature. The map feature is really powerful as well. This is feeding on the organic side, right? Then we have a total of 10 organic spots, or we at least should. Let me see here. We got 1, 2 up there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we have another ad. We have 2 more ads. Yep. So look at that, you guys. Okay, so there's 10 organic spots. Okay, organic, it takes a while. We can talk about that. I actually, we need to have an SEO piece in here, don't we? We definitely do. I apologize. I'll need to add that. Okay, so when the next time you see, our mind map, it's going to have an SEO piece in it. And I apologize that it's going to have to change, but nonetheless, you're just watching something happen in real life here where I forgot something that's seemingly obvious. So on the SEO side, which our team also does, and that's why it's crazy I forgot about it, is that it's just different. It's a different setup, okay? So right now, what you could do is you could say, hey guys, I want to get in a free call with you guys and see what's going on. And I heard you have a free month of ads if I qualify, blah, 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 blah. We don't have anyone right now in this area, but as of recording it, but I have a feeling we probably will. But you could say, okay, I'd like to talk about being in the top 4 spots on, and use this as a keyword and so on and so forth. And by the way, you could have other keywords and seeing what a budget would make sense in that area, okay? And you could end up being in this area right now and show up. It's a I can't guarantee anything because nobody can guarantee anything. But there's a very, very good chance that you could show up right here. On the organic side, there is also, we're good at that. We might find out that this is a little bit too competitive, or maybe not. I don't know. We'd have to just look into it. But you never know until you reach out and find out. You just don't. So what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and think about it, or have a free call and say, hey, what's going on over there? It sounds like you got some things going on that might be able to help my business. Can you tell me about them, please? That's pretty tough, huh? Okay, so I'm sorry. Let's get back into this. Does this make sense for you guys? Does it? So in the next video, here's what we're going to do. We have, okay, so first off, I don't want to go ahead too fast. We have 4 spots at the top. A map, which is usually 3 or 4. Right here, I see 3, but then the map shows it, okay? All right? And then we have a total of 10 that are organic that don't include the map, right? Then we have 3 ads at the bottom. So on the first page, there's a total of 7 potential ad positions, 10 organic, and 3 or 4 map, all right? Being on page 1 is everything. Being on page 2, you might as well not even waste your time, okay? Because no one goes there. They just don't. I'm sorry, but it's true. So if someone's on a trajectory, say from an SEO standpoint, to they were on page 582 and they're on the path to page 1, that's a thing, right? So I'm not trying to say that being there is dead, but if you're trying to get there and you're stuck on page 2, I'm really sorry, but the likelihood of people clicking on your stuff is low. Okay, page 1's everything. So the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our performance across the country, and I'm excited to show you this. So I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Click below to talk. Thank you, thank you, thank you.